Scene 138. Take one.
4, 3, 2, 1. My name is Carlos Guitarlos for all intents and purposes, and I have some intent and some purpose. I was born at the General Hospital, the old one, the one they used for that show, General Hospital, March 18th, 1950. So I was raised in, I guess, Cypress Park. I'm a hardcore loco. We were about 10, and we ditched Florence Nightingale Junior High School, and we walked down Figueroa to where Avenue 19 is in San Fernando Road, and you could walk up there, up that spiral staircase, and get on the freeway. There was a wall only about 2.5, 3 foot high, and then there was a freeway, but you could walk all the way downtown on it. So we went to Chinatown and got firecrackers. Every Saturday, my father would take us down to the Angel's Flight, which was right across from Grand Central Market. He used to go shopping there, and he knew the guys that worked on those little up and down trains. So we'd sit there for half an hour thinking it was so cool, like 3, 5, and 6 or something. Jesus, myself, and Ray. We were small, medium, and large. And then he'd put the groceries in the car, crack a couple of windows, and then we'd walk another few feet to the A&W stand. They had these frosted glasses, which even now were like this big. They were big, and we'd get root beer floats. That was our big deal Saturday. I've been playing since March 18th, 1960 on my birthday, and writing songs since 67. I started playing when I was 10. On my 10th birthday, I came home from school and my mother had a guitar. Bought it from Mr. Acosta from across the street. My uncle showed me this. And my older brother showed me this. And finally I learned this one, the turnaround. My first song I wrote when I was 17 in 1967 is called Running Roads. And it's an instrumental. I know it sounds strange, but this is my first song ever. Ba-da-do, ba-do-da, ba-da-dum-bum, ba-do-ba, ba-da-dum-bum-bum-bum, ba-do-da-bum-bum-bum, ba-dum-bum, 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 bum-bum-bum, bum 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 bum. People think I'm just a blues artist. So if I have a guitar and I go see a friend play, they'll say, "Oh, okay, well, get up and play with us, but wait till we play something bluesy." And I'm thinking, what? That isn't even a word, you know? Because when you're writing a song, a rhythm and blues might be. And a reggae might be. Same exact chord form. A folk might be. And a country. Or Spooky Tooth with that big organ sound. Bum, bum, bum. So it's all exactly the same stuff, but you have to be able to articulate it with some style. I've written thousands of songs. I have 5 CDs out with 81 songs. I arranged all my songs. They're not just open and wild, you know. It isn't a hippie jam or anything. It looks like it. And then I usually write out the notes too so I can remember it 30 years later. That's the intro to the second song. Like a Beatle influence, I guess. The third one was a samba. Why do you shy away from me? If there's something you want me to be, tell me now, for I must go. Tell me now, or it will show. why do you shy away? Tell me why do you shy away? Tell me why do you shy away? Tell me why do you shy away? Leave me in for another day. And it goes on and on, you know. My friend Mark Frere, he was in a band with Top Jimmy. He shows up at the back door of the Hong Kong, and I'm working back there, and it's near closing time. I had my Telecaster on while I was working as a bouncer, and I'd be playing it and put it behind me and pick someone up and throw them. I never got in a fight. And Mark walks in and goes, hey, man, this is Top Jimmy. And I go, and he goes, this is Carlos Guitarlos. And he made it up right on the spot. Jimmy walks in and picks up every drink back there and drinks it until the last one. He looked at it like, oh boy, it was a beer that was probably full. And he drank it, and then he went, spit it out. It was a cigarette that had dissolved in there. I said, hey, come on, you're making a mess. That was 1980, and it was crazy. It was Jimmy singing, I was on guitar, Dig the Pig was on the rhythm guitar, Gil T was on bass, Joey Morales on drums, and Steve Berlin on saxophone. Now he's in the Lobos. People would start talking Top Jimmy and Carlos Guitarlos stories and rhythmic stories, and I'd hear them just embellish a story and out lie and just make up these fantastic tales. People used to try and out rhythm pig story each other. It was funny. We were the kind of band, we only rehearsed once, ever. And we got in a big fight at the rehearsal. I threw a brick at somebody and someone picked up something else and hit somebody else. We just weren't the kind of band that would rehearse. We just played what we played and worked up a song in a minute or two during our sound check. So the band was more, not just in the moment, but we jumped on that energy. We just did it. We used to always start out, I would sing a couple of songs, Slippin' and Slidin' by Larry Williams. Slippin' and sliding, peeping and hiding. But we did it like real powerful and fast, the way X might do a song. And Xine would always sing that with me if she was there. And Johnny Doe got up and sang with us. And then we'd play the Pigfoot Shuffle, an instrumental of mine, with guitar and sax in unison. David and Caesar liked it from the Lobos, so when Steve joined that band, which he's still a member of, they just started playing it. I'm right here full of energy after a 3-hour set. If you look at the picture, everybody's drenched in sweat. We were wild. Top Jimmy and the Wild Animals. I wrote a song called I've Been Drinking Again for Jimmy. I've been drinking again. There's not a prayer for me. Well, it's the way things have gone. Used to worry me. Love is mine, and I want love, and sometimes I don't know which way to turn. I've been thinking again. This is a song that David Lee Roth wanted to cover. It would have gone on the album that had Jump, their only number one ever. The album was called 1984. It came out in 1985. And it had the song on it called Top Jimmy that was written about our band. They wrote that because I didn't let them do this song, because we were going to do it on our record, and we were so drunk or messed up, we forgot to put it on the record. Yes, and I seem to find you be that take my precious time. Love can do that, yes it can. I was always crying, cried my tears away this time. I've been drinking again, there's not a prayer for me. Well, it's the way things have gone. Used to worry me. Now love is mine, and I want love sometime. I don't know which way to turn. I don't know which way to turn. I don't know. Which way to turn. That was written for Top Jimmy. It's just a song about the trouble that drinking brings you. Al's was cool because they had all kinds of crap there, you know? Like the first time I went there was with Frank, the Jewish lesbian protest folk singer. We went in Frank's car looking for Al's bar. It's very difficult to get to. This is before I knew about that illegal left turn to get there easy, going south on Alameda. Because otherwise you go that way and it goes that way. Otherwise you go this way, it goes past it and that way and that way. So we're looking for it. And Frank's getting pissed. So her girlfriend's saying, well, maybe we should ask somebody. Shut up. What do you mean ask somebody? I know how to drink, you know, just like Al Bundy in a car, you know. I said, let's just make the illegal left turn. And then we found Hewitt and turned right, parked right in front of the place. Frank was supposed to play there that night. And so we went in there and played. We did her songs, her protest songs, her lesbian songs, her covers of Dylan. But the one song that was a big hit that everybody was jumping around like at a Mexican wedding all in a line together, the Hokey Pokey. You put your right foot in, you put your left foot in, put your right foot back, and you shake it all about. And people were doing that and falling down. It was kind of hilarious, but she was good.
Here's a song I wrote about this town called Al's.
I took Girl George on first time. She went to Al's. I knew George from San Francisco. I played with her in 1970 or 72 or something. She had just come from Memphis. She knew Chris Christopherson and Bob Dylan and all kinds of crazy people. On her No Talent night, Jesus Kreisel, you guys know him as Mark Kreisel. I used to call him Al. God himself would be on the microphone and he'd say, oh, that song sucks. Who is this guy? And the person's, you know, who's that talking? He was pretty funny, but he really wasn't. But Al's was a great place because they would have me there or Frank or Top Jimmy. If you have Top Jimmy somewhere, you know the place is jumping. And if you have Fear there, you know the place is falling apart. It was just a cool place. They were accepting of everybody, of the Rhythm Pigs, of Fear, of the worst band ever in L.A. that I thought was so cool called the Omelets. The bass player had this amp. Every note sounded like a fart, you know. I couldn't stop laughing, but it was so cool. They were bad. They liked anything there, you know. They didn't have any taste. It was kind of fun. I went in there with Gil T, the bass player from the Rhythm Pigs, and Dig the Pig, the rhythm player, Joey Morales, the drummer, and my friend Mark Ferrer. This is in the 90s.
American Hotel's bar.
I got a booking from Toast, and when we showed up, she says, you're not the Rhythm Pigs. And I go, well, yes, we are. And she's asking me about, had I ever even been to Al's? And I said, well, sure. One time we made $6,010 there. Oh, that's a lie. And I said, yeah, the opening act was Dwight Yoakam. Oh, now I know you're lying. And She had no idea that we'd ever played there and packed the place every time we played there. She didn't believe a word I said about Al's. She says, I can't get anybody else at this late time, so go ahead and play. So a couple of months later, 3 or 4 months later, I see her somewhere, and she walks up to me like, I had no idea. I guess people were telling her all these crazy stories about us, and that whatever happened, we always had the place jumping wherever we went. It was kind of funny that she didn't believe a word we said. I was playing on the streets of San Francisco, making a bunches of money and spending it wrong. I'd make $300, $400, $500, $600, $700 a day. Then I went into the hospital. I had heart failure. As I was going to go in for this operation thing, my ex-wife Marilyn was there, and I whispered in her ear to write this down. Lord, won't you help me? I've fallen again, straight from the heart. You can hear my tear. When you call in again, help me make a new start. It's been years and years since we've talked just as friends, straight from the heart. And that was it. I went into the operation, and a couple of days later, she came back with a guitar, and I had, in my sleep for a couple of days, written the song in my head. I woke up knowing the rest of the song and how to play it and everything. Lord, won't you help me? I'm falling again. Straight from my heart. You can hear my tears when you're calling again. Help me make a new start. It's been years, years since we talked just as friends. Straight from the heart. It's been one spit in the wind. 2 strikes I can't win. You've been calling me, calling me, calling me, come back again. Lord, won't you help me? I've fallen again. Straight from the heart.